Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome back to your place of chill. That is the Kauffie Company live here because it is Monday on the Kauffie Company and, of course, Tottenham on tour, the world famous home of Levy gone. The campaign has worked, everyone. After 2 long weeks, we spent a load of money. We shelled out big time. But Brian Dagul has finally been found. We made the world happen. We had milk cartons all over the place, all over the world. This man is missing. Where is Brian Dagul? Where is he? But he has finally been found. He has finally been found. And of course, on this historic day, we can finally reopen the Frank therapy session. But okay, see how much I care. I spent billions of pounds making milk all over the world.
I'm surprised you didn't put if contact Ilana or yourself.
No,
you missed a bit.
They know, if they know,
but
they know.
It's very, very good to be back on the channel. It's taken a little while with We Are Tottenham TV responsibilities as well as everything going on. I'm still waiting for my surgery date. My stay may be extended a few weeks because of it. I'm trying to get that sorted. But it is very, very good to be back on our channel. I'm missing doing late night Lily Whites like you could never believe. But it's good to say I can open the Frank therapy session for all the Frankaholics. God, I've missed saying that. And I hope everyone in the chat has been good and well. And Ben, you've been doing a fantastic job in my absence of running the show. And mate, you've been keeping it going. Mate, you've been keeping it going. You've been keeping it going. But it's good to be back on the channel.
Indeed. But without further ado, we do have the not shit mystery shirt competition. I'm going to have to start saying it. The never shit mystery shirt. Sometimes may be good, but they never be shit.
Yep.
Brian finally gets to open his never shit mystery kit, which if you want to buy one yourself, QR code right there. I've practiced this. The QR code is at the top left of the screen and it will take you to their website and you can order one. All kits are premium, authentic football kits, and you will never be sent one from one of your rivals with their wonderful algorithm that they came up with. So, before we see that, I want everyone to guess what football kit they think Mr. Dagul is going to get.
I haven't opened it. You know what? Until today, it had been sitting in this, which I have just unwrapped. And how long did we get it ago? About 2-3 weeks ago?
About that,
Yeah, so I've got there. I haven't opened it at all. We are there at the moment in the great boxing that it comes in. We'll see who we get.
Everyone guess below who do they think that Brian is going to get. But let's see who's in the house to take us through the show. We've got 27 of you, and we're expecting many more. We're going to be joined in 10 minutes by the hitman, James Flower, who's going to give us all the news from the world of Vicario. But let's see who's in the house. We got Scott Collivers in the house. Good to see you, buddy. The hitman is in the chat waiting for his arrival. Good to see you. Good to see you, buddy. Hopefully you're well. Swifty is in the house saying the most Mark Swift thing on the planet.
Like I said, he could be blank. He could be blank, and you could black out the comment and say who said that comment. Swifty is in a world of his own. Him and Scott M are both in world of their own for different reasons to guess the comment.
And it's my I'm on an agenda campaign against Scott M. I love the geezer, but the man hates curry and fried chicken, which is two of Tottenham on Tour's 5 sacred food groups. We don't have many food groups, but me and Dagul don't agree on a lot, even though we run a channel. Two of the things
we agree on more than we disagree,
which for sure. But it's what's the saying? 2 Jews, 3 different opinions.
Yeah,
it's like that. Two of the things we do agree on that we love the 5 of the things are pizza, which we don't agree on the toppings all the time, fried chicken, curry, Thomas Frank, and
Leave you gone.
And leave you gone. That's 5. That's the five sacred things of Tottenham on tour on the coffee company. But we agree. We've got my other half who's probably on her lunch break. Good to hear, my lovely. Hopefully you're well. Hopefully you're having a lovely day so far, and hopefully enjoyed the lunch my mum made for you this morning. My mum woke up at 5:30 to make Mickey's lunch. my mother, she's just doing it. She's just always needs to feed someone. A Tarakron Wembley one's in the house. Good to see you, buddy. Hopefully you're well. Colin Crossamano's in the hair. My brother's in the house on today's episode of Levy Live.
Oh, Jesus.
Stuff off, Will. Stuff off. Curly Norman's in the house. Good to see her. Yes, we got oats, soya, almond, hazelnut, pea milk. We did pea milk as well, like Sprout. We did potato milk, all the milks that you can get. That's why we spent billions. We did them all. All the milk varieties had a picture of Brian on. We did not spare no expense like Jurassic Park. Spare no expense. Yes, it does, Brandon. YouTube member, our first YouTube member to clock in today. Shemtang is in the house. Good to see you, buddy. Hopefully all well. Andrew Gregory's in the house. YouTube member. Colin Crossamano saying Cardiff. Shem is saying Wickham. He was going to get no, he's not.
Do you know, honestly, this guy, I
imagine you get a Brentford shirt with David Raya on. That would be so funny.
Well, if I get a Brentford shirt, I've got a very big soft spot for Brentford, but I won't be wearing it because it's got red on it. And I did say, as they say when you go there, they tell you what you don't want.
Yes.
Colours, rivals, whatever. So I know it's definitely not Brentford or anything.
It won't be. No, we will not be getting West Ham, my lovely. We will not be getting West Ham. We do not like bubble blowing. It's not us. That is not us. International football is shit like hell. Apparently so. Richard Bird's like, it's a holiday here.
By the way, let me just say that. All the Canadians that are in the building, wishing you a very, very happy Thanksgiving. I love Thanksgiving. It's a shame I'm missing it, but happy Thanksgiving to you and all the family, Richard, and all the Canadians that will watch this or will join us shortly.
Indeed. Diz is in the house. Good to see. Oh, yeah, it is Canadian Thanksgiving, isn't it?
I wouldn't have just said it.
It is Canadian Thanksgiving. I forgot. Totally forgot. Happy Thanksgiving to you guys. I don't know what you say. Who's available for? I don't know. Biss got injured again last night. Apparently so. I've not. No, that is not. Ian Ferguson's in the house. YouTube member. Good to see her. I have not been told that, Colin, but good to know. Angus is in the house. Good to see you, Angus. Hopefully you're well. Barbaric's in the house. Good to see you, buddy. International breaks are just awful. I hate international football. But this week we get our Tottenham back again. But Brian,
I will say before I open the show, I will comment on this international break thing. Do you know what? I've actually really liked and enjoyed this international break for nothing more than I've got more time to spend with the nephews and niece, which are my oxygen. Ilana is my heartbeat. It's been after a Spurs win.
Yeah.
So it's just, and do you know what I really like about this international break is I haven't watched a single minute of any. Oh no, I watched a drubbing by Norway with Ben from We Are Tottenham TV on Saturday. But what I have enjoyed is the fact that all the big players that we've got have gone out on international duty, and players like Dragusin, players like Mwani will get a lot of attention from Frank to bring them up to speed and say, do you know what? This is what I need you to do. This is why we're going. These are the patterns of play, styles of play, whatever. You got Solanke. I don't know if he's trading light or heavy. You got 2 more weeks for Kulusevski to get fit. I think this international break it may be slow, and we just hate the fact that it is an international break, But for once, I actually think this international break has come at the bang on right time for Tottenham Hotspur and for me personally. So I'm fine with this. Yes, it's slow and boring. I can't wait for Sunday and Spurs back. But I think this international break will highly, highly benefit us.
But also, we're getting news that Dejan Kulusevski is getting even closer to returning. Yep. That'll be when he's up to speed. I think that will be a massive, massive feather in the cap for the team. I'm saying this as a member of the KDL because I love Dejan. I'm a big fan of Dejan Kulusevski. I think Dejan Kulusevski will be even more important than you actually think. I think he's a top footballer. He's one of those. He's not gonna do like the world class thing. He's not gonna be the greatest player on the planet. But what he does for the team is invaluable. The way he, I think he's sort of nowhere near as good, of course, because Teddy Sheringham is the GOAT at doing what. I think Kulusevski is cut from a similar cloth to that. The way his brain moves, he's such a good footballer. He's such a good footballing mind. And he'll score goals. He'll score goals for us. And he is so versatile. We can play in literally any position. So when he's back, I think he'll be a big player for Thomas Frank. And Thomas Frank loves his Scandinavian players. He will slot in.
I'm gonna add to that. I think the biggest return from the long-term injuries is actually big up, Paddy, big up. I'm alive and kicking, brother. I'm alive and kicking. I actually think Dragushin is the defensive options are opening up.
Yeah.
And Dragushin will do a lot better in a Thomas Frank defensive line than a high line that he was being asked to play, which is.
I think he's a good defender. He's a very good defender.
I think Dragushin coming back, and then you can play a back three with him, Danso, and a Romero or a Van der Ven, and give one. I think the defensive options are completely. I think Dragushin coming back is going to be a massive, massive plus for us because I think he is suited to this style of defending. But let me get to
even before we go to the shirt.
Yep.
A lot of the Dutch media and a lot of people are suggesting because Mickey van der Ven had a really good performance the other night playing at left back for the Netherlands, and he seems to have cemented that spot as the new left back for the Netherlands. And people are saying, why don't you play him as a left back? No. Well, when Dragushin is back, there's a possibility he could play left back. No. So that's another option. I don't want to see him play at left back because I think he's a top quality defender in the making. But it's an option with his pace. If you want to play a really, like, let's say we want to do like the other lot down the road do it a lot. They do it a lot. Arsenal play centre-backs at left back and right back and just have a really deep defensive line, 2 defensive midfielders in front of them, and just play 10. You can do that. You can do that.
I think you've got with Spence and Destiny. I don't want to see one of the great things I'm loving from Van der Ven this season is he's hardly having to use his pace. He's all as regularly. Yeah. I don't want any risk to any hamstring. He is. Yes, you're right. It's an option, but we've got 2 very, very good options ahead of him that are designated. So we shall see. But we'll get on with that. I'm itching to open all the bloody sellotape.
No, okay. Wait, I've got. Angus, you're not the first team that's put centre-backs at left-back. You didn't invent the wheel. Loads of teams have done it. Loads of teams have done it. You didn't invent everything.
I must admit, when I've obviously been on We Are Tottenham TV and I don't see the comments, big up to Mary and big up to Billy, who I just saw in the chat recently. I have missed seeing Angus think Arsenal
invented everything.
Do everything. Oh, that was last time. That was last Friday.
I told him not to do it, Boxy. Watch the stream. I told him not to do it, but he did it anyway. In the words of Nick, he's going to do it anyway. Before
wait a minute. Let me get this done. So I'm just about.
Let's get this done because Flower Power's in the background.
I've got some Haribo on it to test your footballer knowledge. Check these cards out. I'll do that. But let me see. I've got some Haribo. Oh my God. He listened. Oh my God. I am so happy.
Oh no.
No, I am so happy because I spoke to him and I spoke about a certain player And a certain away kit that I love. I got a Tottenham kit. I got the Tottenham away kit that I've wanted for ages and ages and ages. I am over the goddamn moon. I am over the goddamn moon. I'm delighted. I'm
That's
happy.
not a real kit, though, is it?
That is a real kit. That is a real kit from the show.
It's not got the logo on it.
This is the shirt. This is the shirt. I don't care. This is the shirt.
All right.
That when Ronnie Rosenthal scored the hat trick.
It's a great shirt. Why didn't I get a Tottenham shirt? I got a Palermo shirt.
Well, I got a Tottenham Hotspur shirt. So I am absolutely over the goddamn. Do you know what, mate? It is a wonderful, wonderful, wonderful time to be a Spurs fan. Until this man came on.
Thank you. Thank you to the Never Shit Mystery Shirt Company for sending us our kits again. If you wish to, follow the QR code there and you will be able to get yourself one. You will be able to get yourself one. It's a brilliant company, really good guys over there.
Really, really friendly.
We will become we have become very good friends with these guys. But Flower Power, what do you think? Did you get your Dagul milk? Did you get your Dagul milk?
No, it was out of date.
I very quickly need to ask box office, what am I being deluded about? What am I love it when he says that. Brian, stop being deluded, but doesn't explain himself. I'm no Levy lover, but right now I'm loving everything at Tottenham. Everything at Tottenham. When I am in a financial place to buy stuff from the club shop again, I will do with the greatest of pleasure. Tom 81, bless him, Roomy, is trying to arrange for me and him to do the stadium tour together. He's going to we're going to do it together. So looking forward to doing that. I am, like I said on Savage earlier, I am so positive right now when it comes to Tottenham Hotspur. So positive in every.
It's great to be positive, doesn't it?
Oh,
it's great.
Unbelievable. I am so excited.
How are you feeling, Flower Power? How are you feeling about what's going on?
Proved nothing. Okay, Alex. Okie dokie. After 7 games in the Premier League. Okay, sure. Deluded. Yep. Okay. Go on, James. Sorry, bro.
Yeah, no, you're fine. Listen, some people are miserable for the sake of being miserable. When they see positive, they don't want to see positive. They just want to be miserable. For me, I try to be a glass half full than a glass half empty. I criticised him for the Champions League squad, personally. I think that should have been our strongest squad. But other than that, I don't think he's put a single foot wrong. Everyone complained about Bissouma. Has he got the right attitude? We heard what Frank said about the dressing room. Bang, gone. Not even in the dressing room anymore. Like, no one's even talking about Bissouma. He's had the Konags to go in the change room and said, no, if you've been a twat, you're out of here. Off you go. And I like that. And also the guys that do deserve a chance, he's yeah, you're not wrong. He's giving them a chance, trying to build something. Look, Rome wasn't built in a day. Last year we were 17th. Now we're 3rd. Are we still 3rd?
Yep. We're 3rd.
So what are we moaning about? Are we moaning for the sake of moaning then, or are we moaning because we predict in the future we're going to be crap? Doesn't make sense.
Well, the statistics are looking good at the moment. We're not going to say that it's perfect, but people are saying, a lot of people are saying, oh, we can't score goals from open play. 68% of our goals are from open play. So that's a lie. So people are lying. People are saying we're a set piece and a long throw. It's a lie. It's a lie. Our defensive strategy is a lot better. A lot better. I think it's fourth in the league for goals conceded.
I think
not bad.
Third, but yeah, we're still there.
Not bad. After 7 games, it's not bad. There are still problems with the team. You're not going to solve all the problems of the team in 1 season. You're not going to do it. We still got the fact that we're 68%. No, it isn't, Alex. It's not a lie. It's not a lie. Alex, it's not a lie.
I don't know what you're trying to achieve.
That's cool. It's not. I hate it when people say that truth. This is a fact. It's a fact. 68% of our goals are from open play.
Yep.
That's a fact.
Yeah.
That's called facts.
You can't win with people like that. I'm sorry. Like
That's
the
called
agendas
fact.
have got the agendas have got an agenda. You know, people
So-
will say we're a long throwing team. Okay, I'll tell you what we'll do. We'll find a solution that works, but we're not going to do it because it's going to please people like box office. Like it makes no sense.
The fact that we've done, so the fact that 68% of our goals are from open play, with the poor front line that we've got, and our front line is poor. I'm not going to say it's brilliant. Richarlison is awful. Tell is a young player that I don't rate him at all. Odegaard isn't good enough, in my opinion. Isn't good enough. Solanke isn't good enough. Johnson isn't good enough, in my opinion. He scores lots of goals, but he's not good enough. The fact that we're scoring 68% of our goals with those types of players is a miracle. It's a miracle.
So
when we do get a better front line, because Thomas Frank does have to improve the defence first and the midfield, the moment we start buying better forwards, that's going to be great. So it's good.
Okay, so
You still have the Hitman picture
somewhere.
One second. Let me just get this. So I always credit Hotspur Hood with something he said when he came in, and he was right. When Ange Postecoglou first came to this football club, the most important thing he had to do was get us playing attacking football again. Not the Conte, Nuno, and Jose ultra defensive, ultra boring football, and attack, which he did. Hands down, the football we played in the first season, especially the first 10 games, was mesmerising. And it was attack. Forget defensive, but that's what he had to do to please some Spurs fans. Go back, or a large section, shall I say, me included. And he did that. Well, Thomas Frank has come in, and the main objective has been to get the defensive shape and tactical awareness of the team in, which he's done. It's been to make sure we're hard to beat, which he's done. One defeat so far this season proves that. When we were scoring late equalisers or winners under Poch, under Conte, it was fantastic tactics, brilliant man management. Well, we're doing it now, and it's, well, we should have won, and oh my God. Well, we've rescued points from losing positions. The guy has been there 3 months. He has sorted out the defence. He has got midfielders fighting for positions, which is what we've wanted to see.
Correct.
Yes, that strike force needs improving. And if people have been watching what's been going on, apparently Frank and the powers that be today, being all hail Princess Vivian, all hail Princess Viv, and Charlie and Vinay, are now discussing today at some point the requirements for the summer, the January transfer window. I don't know. What do you, Boxy? What do you got, Brian? He didn't have the easiest job. He had a team that were fragmented, heavily injured, and so now we're having for a coach doing his job and doing it well. We've had 4 clean sheets this season. We're in mid-October and haven't played a game since the beginning of October. We kept 6 clean sheets all of last season. The coaching is working. We have an elite coaching staff that are doing their job well. If anyone doesn't think that when Frank gets that attacking right, we won't be playing great attacking football, he's doing it bit by bit. He wasn't going to come here and have us surging up the league and playing champagne football. He doesn't want us to lose. And if I'd said to any Spurs fan, mid-October, you've only lost 1 game. You're sitting 3rd in the league. Your defence is solid.
It's looking better because it's not perfect yet.
You're scoring goals. You're scoring goals. It may not be champagne football. Even the Leeds game, there's some passages of play that were great in there. It wasn't a solid 90 minutes. I still don't think we've had a proper, maybe Manchester City, where from start to finish, it's not going to happen every game. It takes time to build something. Thomas Frank has shown what he can build in the 7 years he was at Brentford. He's 3 months into his job here. 3.
A manager that was here for a long time, and I still think he's the best coach I've seen at Tottenham Hotspur in my lifetime, is Mauricio Pochettino. It took him a year and a half to get his team playing football properly. It took him a year. It took Pochettino a year and a half to get his team playing football.
To be honest, I actually think what Brian just said has actually downplayed what Frank actually had to do. I agree with he had to stop the goals, blah 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 blah. Like, no disrespect, Brian, but for me, the aim of elite football is to win games. Last year we lost 22 games, so the aim for me this season was start winning, get them winning coming in. Whether it's 10 at the back, 10 up front, I don't care. The aim of this season for me was, look, boys, we can't continue how we are. Let's be hard to play. If we're not going to win, let's draw. If we're not going to draw, let's go for the win. That for me. And if people are saying that that's the easiest thing to do, okay, then why don't everyone just win the league? Because if winning is the easiest thing to do, then so on. For me, look, you can't help some people. Some people want to criticize and just complain all the time. I mean, I'll call box office out. All last year, he slated our defenders, slated them out. They're all crap. This year, it's the easiest job to do. Well, hold on. How have we got one of the best defensive records in the league with one of the worst defensive players? It doesn't make any sense. Guy is the biggest flip-flop ever. I've done this before. He just leaves the stream crying and quits. There's no point arguing with him. His opinion is his opinion, and we have to let him have that. Everyone's entitled to their own opinion. But just to slate someone for the sake of slating somebody, where's the humanity in that? Where's the actual being positive and being nice? Where's look, I agree in some respect. I actually think the downfall of Tottenham at the moment are the home fans. When I went to Bournemouth, in my opinion, maybe 15 minutes of singing. The rest of the game was flat, in my opinion. So I don't think that we're giving the players and Frank the best opportunity to succeed either. I think that us as Spurs fans need to say, right, you know what? To break this home duct, we need to get behind the team, sing our hearts out, and then it's down to them. You've been Brian, and everyone's been you go all the week. After that first 10 minutes, if we're not winning and up and away by then, it does go quiet. So, look, it's our first season, 7 games in. Easy fixture list. Man City, is that easy? West Ham away, we always lose to. Is that easy? There's always an excuse. For me personally, I'm positive. I have one negative, and that was the Champions League squad.
Can I just say as well, when we talk about the fixtures, Leeds away is no easy fixture at any time. It's a very hostile ground.
Bournemouth are not an easy fixture as well.
What Leeds away, if someone has said early kickoff on a Saturday, which Spurs are apparently really bad at, but we've won 2 from 2 this season, going to Leeds, a tough, newly promoted, it's got all the ingredients for someone to say Spursy. It's got all the ingredients. We won. When people say easy fixture list, we can't help how the fixture list falls. Yes, we've got big games coming up now in this block. Everyone has to play everyone twice. Last season, you would have said Leicester and Everton back-to-back. Ipswich at home. You would have said Leicester away. Would have been easy fixtures. Didn't win a single one of them. And if Spurs are picking points up in fixtures they didn't win, I love Express Monaco. I love this dude. He's always on late night Lily White. I love this dude. I don't know where we are right now. When Frank and his backroom staff have come in, we are getting results where we wouldn't have previously. And I'm not just talking as Postecoglou, I'm talking prior managers. Players are hungry. We've been able to rotate. Yes, up top, we haven't got the great rotation, but very soon we could have Solanke and Mawani back. Now, you might not think Solanke's a very good player. We don't know about Mawani, but there's going to be 3 strikers, designated strikers there to carry the load. And I think Solanke can get amongst the goals with the supply line we have. We'll wait to see what Mawani could do. And we're doing this till January. January, we'll see where we stand. January, we'll see what we can do.
Great.
But right now, I don't get why people are so, my good God. And like Colin just said, Wolves are our biggest disappointment. Look at it. Last season, we had beaten them 2-1 at White Hart Lane, and we conceded a last-minute winner. Late equaliser to take a point. This season, we grabbed a point. Last season away at Wolves, we lost 4-2. I was the only game I went to. I was embarrassed. We are churning out very, very good performances. Yes, I do. I'm standing by it. I think we're going to do double.
Not home and away. I disagree with you there.
Well, you can disagree, mate. But this is how positive I'm.
We love to disagree, though,
mate. This is how positive I am with this. Mate, you got to remember as well. You look at Chelsea away. I keep talking about this. Chelsea away. We've won once in 32 attempts at Stamford Bridge, and the majority of those 32 attempts, we would have had a better starting 11 and squad than the 4 attempts that Thomas Frank has gone there as Brentford manager. And Thomas Frank has a 75% hit rate for winning at Stamford Bridge and getting the job done because he pays respect and analyses what the other team are doing. I do think we can go there, mate. I am on such a high when it comes to Tottenham Hotspur. I'm talking board right now. I've seen people moaning about the 100 million. It's like, well, wait a minute. You were saying...
Oh, yeah. We had that chat the other day. 100 million ain't a lot of money. That people that are never going to hold £1 million in their lives. And this is me trying to be respectful to everyone. Not many people will hold that much money. And then there's, 100 million isn't a lot of money.
First of all, Alex, what do you expect from 7 games in the league? This is ridiculous, Alex. I love you dearly, but this is ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. And going back to Enoch, like I said, they've said that this is just the first instalment.
Yeah.
They've said this is just the start. So it was
100 million quid, Brian. That 100 million quid is a lot of money. Do people not realise how much money 100 million is? That is a lot of money.
Transfers are done where you pay in instalments, unless you're buying on release fees. It is just so basically, I've said people are going, it's still the same Enoch. And I'm like, well, no, it's not. It's not the same Enoch at all. It's Enoch, the same name, but this time it's not Joe Lewis deciding. It's not Donna Cullen just agreeing with what the micromanaging have to be involved in everything Daniel Levy. It's Charlie and all hail Princess Vivian. It's Vinay.
Yep.
Let's see what Lange will do under a new ownership or new method of conducting transfers. Maybe he's going to have more rope to deal with things. Maybe Spurs are going to actually say, right, you want X, Y, Z for this player. We're going to give you that, or just a little bit under, and we'll negotiate a little bit. But it's all completely different. And then I said, the only thing they can do is start giving, until January, is start giving new players or giving players like Van der Ven contracts that reflect what they've done for this club, what they're worth, and start getting that wage, the wage budget raised, and then go in January. Then it was like, well, they haven't invested anything. Well, now they've put 100 million into the club. And they only did that once before with the 150 that we didn't get to spend. We'll see what happens. Then you add in the revenue that the club is generating. Will Spurs, or will Charlie, Vivian, or Hal Vivian give access to that? It's it is very, very, very exciting times at Tottenham Hotspur. And I am absolutely loving the journey we're on right now.
So for me, that 100 million, it could be broken down. People are asking for 2. I say people. I am asking for 2 big players to come in January. I'd be happy with 1 if it means big player. I would like 2. If they're showing us that they really want to win, they would get 2. A number 8 and a left winger, or a left winger, or a left. No, yeah, that's fine. But if they're proving to us that they want to win now, not right, we're going to do 1 and get by. If they're proving to me, or not proving to us, if they're proving to me that they want to win, I expect 2 players in. That's either a left winger and a striker, or a striker and a number 8, depending on what happens with Kulu Muani. That is showing me that we want to win. A good effort is 1 good player in. That's a good effort. But for me, change is 2. So, but from my point of view, talking about the 100 million, for me, say, for example, Semenyo, he's the one everyone's talking about. They go to Semenyo and they go, no. But just because that's the guy that's being knocked on the door, they knock on his door and they say 80 million. What we'll do, or what we could do, is go, okay, I'll tell you what, we'll give you the 80 million, but we'll give you 50 million up front and we'll save the 30 million for installments. Straight away, they're going, God, 50 million in the bank. That's a good deal. You know, it gives you that leverage. And then you've got another 50 million. I would go to Bayern Munich and go, look, Adeyemi, here you go, here's 50 million. Up front, take it. Do what you got to do. They are two players for me that guarantee me, in my opinion, top four. If you signed Adeyemi and Semenyo, I think you're right. You should be getting top four now. So that is what 100 million could do.
I would be shocked if we got Semenyo. If we got Semenyo,
no, but I'm just saying. I'm not saying that. I'm just using that one because that's the people that people are using.
Sure.
But if that is the case, that's how you could use that 100 million. You could buy 150 million pounds worth of players and buy the 100 million up front and spread the 50 million. People don't go out now and buy 100 million pound player and play them up front. Chelsea didn't. They did over 7 years.
Not buying, right?
Huh? Did I say
Bayern?
Oh, sorry. Yeah, Dortmund. Sorry, I don't know why I said that. But yeah, for me personally, that is how you could do business. Or if there's three that are 100 million and you say, right, 40 million, that's how business works now. No one goes out and pays full whack down. Declan Rice with Arsenal, how much of that was paid up front? It wasn't that much. So again, for me, people are looking at that target and going, well, we need 300 million pounds worth of players. Nothing's changed. It's all crap. Be real. Get a life. Look into a bit. It's like I don't know. I just think there is options there. It's about giving them the opportunity. If, say, for example, we're not happy with what they're going to do, I would rather give the people the rope to hang themselves than kind of just hang them straight away. Go, okay, you've changed. Prove it to me. Show me. Do it. And if they don't, then you can come back and go, okay, I gave you a crack. You ain't changed. Get out of my club.
I'm just going to add to this with what you said, because obviously you said, I would love to come in January. Absolutely love it. I've been looking at it. If we go, and I'm using left winger and striker because I reckon they are the key fundamental areas.
Yes, I agree.
And I can't see us getting the tip-top striker and left winger in January. I think left winger is going to be easy to get done. And what I want to see get done is if we were to get a Yildiz, who is my number one, I think he's sensational.
He's very good. He's very good.
If we go and get him, and you got to remember, we go into this January window now with a new way of approaching teams, a new transfer strategy. Teams won't be, oh my God, it's Levy, here we go. It's how Spurs, Yildiz, if he's available, there'll be a lot of people in for him. If Spurs do everything right and can move quickly and get deals done and get them over the line and seriously not mess about, and they go into negotiations with the club and it's not so long and protracted, it's like, you wanted a left wing up? Bang, there he is. Not he'll be good in a couple of years, not, oh, this was the cheaper. If we go out and get him a left winger, and I'm going to use the left winger because I think that's more viable than the striker, especially with Mawani, Solanke, Richie, unless any of them depart. I think that'll be a huge success for Tottenham. If we can go in, get a deal done quickly, which I think will get done in the first 5 days, that will be a huge. Okay, let's just say it is Yildiz. We got him out of Juventus.
I don't think we'll get Yildiz out of Juventus.
Let me. If we went to get a player like him and got him out of a club like Juve and went bang, 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 quick, no messing around, got done, delivered. There you go, Frank. There's your left winger. That's a huge, significant change from how we normally do in January, where Kulusevski and Bentancur come at the end. Porro, we signed, but wait a minute, we knew we wanted him on the first. We signed him a few minutes before
we were trying to get them. We were trying to change the deal for. We were doing the deal to change Marcus Edwards' sell-on fee from 50% to 25%. Something along those lines. Just get the deal done. Yeah. The thing I do know, and a player that I'm not a massive fan of, I think he has the ability to be one of the best strikers in the world. He is on offer for 20 to 25 million euros, and that's Dusan Vlahovic. Mm-hmm. From what I have heard from people I know, is he wants to go to Chelsea, but Chelsea have loads of forwards. He's trying to manufacture a move to Chelsea, but I don't think he'll get a move to Chelsea, to be honest. I think they've got different, they're going down a different route. If let's say we got Dusan Vlahovic in, who is miles better than Richarlison, he's miles better than him. If we had three strikers for this season in Vlahovic, Solanke, and Randall Kolo Muani, I'd be content with that. I'd be content.
Can I throw a name out there to what you two think? Because I quite like it.
I've got a name, and I bet. Let's see if you say the same as me.
Chris Wood.
No, that's not my name.
You've said that the other day.
That's not my name.
Because he's a good finisher. In the air, he's one of the best in the air. Look, I'm not saying that he's amazing, but he's been dropped by Ange. Could we swap him for Brennan Johnson? Maybe there could be a deal there. For me, he's a finisher, a good finisher, and unbelievable in the air. Like, really, really good in the air. Someone like Porro with him, I think that could be deadly for now. Not long term. I want Adiemis and
you've got Chris Wood for like 2 years, right? That's the most you're going to get out of him.
Well, I think you could sell a Richarlison and bring in a Chris Wood, not spend any money really, just replace 1 for 1, and yeah.
I'm gonna put another name in there, and I think this works in so many different ways. Obviously, he'd need to take a pay cut, or he would need to.
I think I know you're going to say.
Yeah, go across the line. I said it. It worked perfectly with Frank. He will get goals.
Remember, Frank throws him out on many occasions, and he is earning an extreme amount of money. He's on 400 grand a week.
I know. That's why I said, Ben,
tax free.
If they were to do it, he's been smashing the goals there, absolutely smashing. He comes here on loan for 6 months. Well, they'll pay a percentage of his wages. Spurs will pay whatever. Wants to try and get into the England World Cup squad. Will absolutely guarantee goals under Thomas. Guarantee. There's no. Dusan Vlahovic. You've got to see, can he do it in the Premier League?
I would rather sign Vlahovic than Ivan Toney. Personally, I'd rather sign Vlahovic. I think he's younger. I think we're not much younger. I think Vlahovic is 27, isn't he? Or is he?
Ivan Toney. If Ivan Toney comes in on a 6-month loan or 5-month loan till the end of the season to help propel Spurs to the highest they can in the Premier League, if we're still in Europe, still in cups.
Oh, he's 25.
He guarantees you goals in the Premier League. No ifs, buts, or maybes. Guarantees you goals. Yes, Thomas Frank has worked with him and knows how to get the best out of him. He will have the momentum to try and get into the. Don't get me wrong. I think there's much better strikers out there that are going to cost major money. But if Spurs were to bring a striker out on loan with a view to permanent or obligation or option, Ivan Toney could be the exact player Spurs need. I'm not saying that he's the correct
How long
player.
ago did he go out there?
A couple of years.
So that's what I'm saying. Like, don't get me wrong. He's going to want a good amount. He's going to want a good amount of money. But if he's done, say January is a year and a half. Just say that's 400 grand times nearly 20 months. Like that's 8 million in the bank. Like that is enough to kind of go. You know what? I've secured my family, their family. I want to go back to the Prem. He's still young enough. He's definitely good enough. I don't see why he wouldn't. I don't see why we wouldn't. I don't get it, especially with where we are in the Champions League, top four. It's just I personally just want somebody that's going to do the hard bit, and that's it. And that's put the ball in the back of the net. I don't want any more. Like tells
work hard merchants.
I don't want any of that. No, I just want somebody. I know we can always compare to Harry Kane, but I want a striker that is good at just putting the ball in the back of the net.
You want a Jermaine Defoe. You want a Jermaine Defoe.
Absolutely. What you got to look at as well is if you look at his hold-up play is brilliant. Penalties obviously are incredible. Then you look at it. He will have the biggest incentive if it was to come to an English club, hopefully Tottenham, if it was, to try and force his way into the England World Cup squad, because he is certainly not going to be amongst Thomas Tuchel's first choices at all, or even get a look in. While
He's not now, is he?
He's not now.
Is he
No.
getting-
I think Thomas Tuchel has chosen his two strikers, which is Kane and Watkins.
Yeah, but Ben, there will be
You
more
say
than
that,
two
though.
strikers that go. And if
he comes
Ivan
back,
believes- but Ben, if Ivan Toney believes in his personal and what he can bring to Tottenham and what he can do, he could force his way into that England squad. He's not going to do it in Saudi. He's not going to do it in Saudi.
Well, I'd ask you a question. If Watkins gets 10 goals this season, because I know he hasn't scored many so far. Say if he
pulled out
gets,
of the England squad, by the way. He's pulled out. Of the
say
England
if he
squad.
gets, well, say if he gets 15 goals this season, I think if Ivan Toney joined us in January, he would be able to get 15 goals. So for me, if he was to join and then bag 15, 16, 17 goals, I don't see how Thomas Frank doesn't take him. Great at penalties. If people are all going to be on the case and go, you know what, that's on Thomas Tuchel, not Thomas Frank. That's on Tuchel not to take him. That would be a massive error.
We'll have to see. We'll have to see what Thomas Tuchel does, because he's it's a very strange one. Some of the players he's putting in the squad is very, very strange.
Yeah, I just think he. I mean, I don't get people. You know, the Hendersons. No, let's get Wharton. I don't get that side of things. I think put your best players in, not players that you think are good or was good. It's for me personally, it's a no-brainer.
It's an interesting one, Colin, isn't it? But Tony's on a lot more money. He's on a lot more money than Werner was. 175 grand a week for Werner. Ivan Toney's on 400 grand a week. That is serious money. So you'd have to come up with a deal that is good. Does Tony want to come? I don't know. It's all up to the player, isn't it? If Thomas Frank,
like I said to you, there's only so much money a player can want. He's not going to sit there and go, "I want more." Eventually, he's going to say, "What am I doing with my career?"
Can I just say as well, this is just us spitballing and saying strikers. This doesn't mean we believe Tony's coming or whatever. We're just talking about the way things could be going.
It's a good discussion.
And it's just the possibilities that are going on. We will see what happens in January. So we shall see. We shall see.
It's a very interesting set because we are acting differently. We are acting differently in terms of under a Levy, we wouldn't have gone for a Kolo Muani. We wouldn't go for a Kolo Muani on a loan for a year who's not fit. We wouldn't do it, but we are seeming to make different decisions, whether it's the right decision or the wrong decision. I really want to see what Tottenham do in their first transfer window under a new direction.
At box office, I'm sending it to you. I've had enough of your nonsense and what you're saying on the. We'll deal with this. Bottlers. One thing I'm not, brother. I'll bite. Let's have a look. Let me just go in and get it and send it to you because I've had it. Ben, you can leave if this happens.
I can't leave, Brian, because you're streaming on the coffee company and I'm the face of the coffee company.
Fair play. But
so I'm going
to let box office run his mouth. Let's see what he has to say, and he'll say it respectfully, or I'll
Just say to him, if you're not respectful, just kick him. That's the way I'd say it. Have a healthy debate, a good debate. If you start getting personal or disrespectful, then just kick him. That's the best way forward.
He has the nerve to say, Butler's, this is going to be enjoyable.
He's winding you up, Brian.
No, mate,
he's winding you up.
It's good. It's good. I'm calm.
It's not good, Brian. He's winding you up.
I'm chilled. There you go, Boxy. There you go, Boxy. Let's see what Boxy has to say about this. Let's see what this man wants to talk about. This should be entertaining, people. I'm very much looking forward to this part of the show.
Do you guys believe that we need a number 8?
Not yet. I think we can have Bentancur for the season, and then come summer next season, that's when I sell Bentancur and I bring in a replacement number 8. I think Bergvall will be a number 8 eventually. I don't think he's as good a ball carrier as he needs to be a number 10. I think you keep Bentancur for a season and then you buy a number 8 that replaces Bentancur and you sell him.
I agree with that. The only thing I would say is, and I mean this in a positive way and maybe a negative way, is Bentancur good? Not Bentancur, Bergvall good enough at the simple, easy little passes to be a number 8? Like for me, it always takes another touch. Yeah, he will. Yeah, maybe. Yeah, obviously from what we've seen now.
Remember, he's 19.
No, I know, and I'm not knocking him either, though. I'm not actually not knocking him because I think there's a player in there. But what I would say is, sometimes for me, he tries to turn and beat a man or tries to turn and do the hard thing. For me, a number 8 sometimes needs to just calm the play and just kind of go pass. It's almost like you want Bergvall and Bentancur to like fuse and make one player, because I think they would be perfect, which is why I'm happy Bentancur got given a contract, because I would like him to be working along Bergvall and saying,
there we go. There you go. Listen, I'm going to bring Box Office in. Let's hear what he's got to say. Everyone just let him speak. Right, Boxy. Let's do this respectfully and let's see.
Wait a minute. There's no need to do this respectfully. You know what I mean? You know I love you, Brian. You know it's all fun and games, yeah? That I haven't changed from anything, yeah? The only thing I was responding to is this waffler beside me right here, James chatting absolute waffle again, yeah? Saying that I I'm not happy every single time, chatting waffle again. I mean, stop kissing people's backsides, Bob. Anyway, but let's get back to straight to the point about Thomas Frank, right? Am I saying that I want to sack Thomas Frank? No. Sorry, my camera's absolutely rubbish at the moment. Sorry, but hard times at the moment. But the point is, though, yeah, right? I've never said I wanted to sack Thomas Frank. Yes, I'm judging him what I'm seeing right now. Because if we don't judge, if we're going to say that we need to give it time, don't watch the matches. I've said this on my channel, Mr. Box Office TV, by the way. Don't watch the matches, because we don't need to see for the next 6 months. Because we see the next 6 months, it's going to say, we know what's going to happen. We need to give it time. That's giving it time. But I can't give it because I'm going to watch the matches. So I'm judging what I'm seeing. I'm just seeing what I see. I've not watched any show. I've not watched any YouTube channel. All I've watched is the matches. And I've been at the stadium as well, because you see me as well, Brian, haven't you? Spoiler alert.
For the Wolves game,
yeah. So I've seen it, and I've told you, I've got nothing against Thomas Frank. He talks sensibly. I listen to him because even if I don't agree with him, I like what he says sometimes. He's a bit of a nice guy. I think that might be a bit of a problem maybe later on. I do think he's a bit of a nice guy. You know what I mean? So, yeah, we can say about Basuma, but he's back in the squad right now. But he's injured. He's not. So he's not back in the squad. Yeah, but he's injured. He's injured now. But he was back in the squad.
That's lie number one. He's not back in the squad.
But he's back in training though. But he's back in training though. He's back in training though, James. James, I know you need your 5 minutes of fame, but that's on you, Bob. You can deal with that later on. But the point is though, yeah.
Begging for the league.
Okay, stop moaning, Bob. I know that you want to get your 5 minutes of fame. Anyway, moving on. But big up Ben, by the way, all the time, every single time, by the way. You know what I mean? But yeah, it's like, listen, it's just that at the moment, and I don't think his in-game management is anything up to par. I think he's got lucky. I think he's got lucky in certain games. Yes, he's got back into the games, gave him credit, but unfortunately, there's certain things that he's got wrong a lot of the time as well, which he's got lucky. He has got lucky, right? and so I'm still needs to see what is how this is going to work out. I don't think he's a winner. I think players will improve with him because he's a coach, right? Players will improve with him, but it's still a long way to go with him. You know what I mean? And it is boring football. It's Conte football. It is Conte football I'm watching right now. And I'm just saying it how it is. You know what I mean?
Let me just respond to that.
Wait, Brian. So you're saying don't give the manager time.
No, I didn't say that. I didn't say that. I said we're going to give him time, but I'm saying I'm going to judge what I'm seeing at the moment, though. You know what I mean? I'm going to say what I'm seeing at the moment. I'm going to be honest, what I'm seeing at the moment.
No, you said all the people that say give him time don't start watching games until 6 months later. That's what you said.
Because the thing is, so this is what I always hear from everyone.
But what I'm saying, Alex, is you've totally contradicted yourself, and then you've then said afterwards, let's see if he works it out. So for someone
how have I contradicted myself? 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 I've said basically, no. If you listen to me, no, I've not contradicted myself. All I've said is that no, I haven't. Well, that's your opinion. But no, I haven't. The point I'm making is no, I haven't. Right? No, I haven't. Okay, okay, go on then. Tell me why.
So you said about giving them time. Don't watch until then. But then you said, but Frank will develop the players. What does developing the players take?
Yeah, I recognise that. That's what I'm saying. It's going to take time, isn't it? But I'm saying at the moment, but it's going to take time. Yes, it will take time. But what I'm saying is, at the moment, I can only judge what I'm seeing at the moment, though. Brian.
Okay, so have you? How many defeats have you had to judge?
Yeah, I know that, Brian. One defeat. I know that.
You had your say. I'm just asking you general questions. How many defeats have you had to see this season?
Yeah, one. Yeah, I know that.
Okay. How many clean sheets have you seen this season?
I can't remember. It's quite a few. Since
too short of the entire of last season.
Yeah. But the same thing. I had the same attitude with Pochettino, though.
Just answer the question. Everyone's listening to you. Now answer your question.
I don't know where we're going with this again. So this is again. It's all this.
Everyone just Brian.
Oh, stop moaning, James. You know you don't like me. Anyway, I don't care about what you're saying, Bob. I don't care. If you've got anything constructive to say something then, Bob. But I don't want to hear what you're saying. I'm interested in Brian.
One at a time.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, I'm just gonna continue like I was saying. Right now, all we had to do is be hard to beat.
Yes.
Which is what we've become. What I wanted to see from Thomas Frank, and one of the reasons I wanted him and bigged him up all the time, was squad rotation, tactical awareness, developing players. He's doing all three at the moment, and he's doing it with what he's got, and he's still got big players to come back. He's only had one window. Pochettino, it took till November when Harry Kane scored a deflected free kick to turn our fortunes around. He had Harry Kane, the beginning of Harry Kane, obviously, and then we went on to everything. Thomas Frank is literally exactly what we needed, and people keep forgetting what his coaching staff are doing. The coaching staff have got this club and the team listening to the information that's being said. They are together. They are playing as a team. This is 7 Premier League games. People talking about that Bodo draw. That Bodo draw was a shambolic performance. Yeah. But games like that last season and previous seasons, we lost.
I'm not disagreeing with you though. But the point I'm making is though, I still need to see whether it's going to work out though still. And that's the thing. I've not said to sack.
Flower power. We'll come to you, flower power. So
which one of us have said that we're not waiting to see this if it's going to work or not? Who said that they're not? Because you keep saying, I want to wait and see what happens. Which one of us has said otherwise?
Well, like I said in the chat, I've said to you, I need to see what you said that we shouldn't be happy. We shouldn't be unhappy with it at the moment. I'm saying at the moment that there's certain things that still need to be ironed out. Yes, I don't think he's a winner. I don't think he's a winner from what I've seen at the moment. But I mean, that might not be a problem. That might not be a problem, right? That might not be a problem later down the line. It might be just the fact that he just develops a team and that's it. And then we'll see.
Okay. So let me continue then, because obviously you've had your bit. Let me continue. What you're saying there is you're making a statement that none of us disagree with, and none of us have brought that statement up in the first place. None of us have said, let's not give him time. Let's see what happens. I want to see what happens. I've criticised his squad selection for the Champions League. Everybody has said certain things. So you're kind of coming in and throwing in the, I
wasn't finding anything.
Man, shut up. Let me talk.
Don't tell me to shut up, you dickhead. Don't tell me to shut up. 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 Don't tell me to shut up.
Alex and
I cries all the time.
Don't start, bruv. Don't start. Don't talk to me like that. Don't talk to me like that. I'm sorry. No, it's the way he's talking to me saying shut up. Don't tell him to shut up.
Mate, you overtalk everybody. You don't let no one talk.
Sorry, Brian. I was trying to be calm, but then he's saying shut up to me, bro. I can't have that, bro. I'm sorry.
Yeah. Cry again.
He can't talk to me like that, bro. Sorry, but he can't talk to me like that.
However I want.
Talk to me like that, bro. Seriously,
don't talk to whoever I want, however I want.
No, don't talk to me like that, bro. You can't talk to me like that, bro. Don't talk to me like that, bro.
I do what I want.
Calm down.
Listen, we don't tolerate this here on this channel. We keep it calm and cool. So we're not doing that. I'll start coming down on the pair of you. But what I will say...
Can I just say my part, though? Because I waited for ages and I didn't get to say anything. The moment I ask a question, I get spoke over for 20 minutes. My point is, at no point has any of us said we're not giving Thomas Frank time, or we need to see improvement, or we think that there's X, Y, Z in the plan. We're just saying, based on the 7 Premier League games that we've seen, he's done a good job. How can we complain at losing one game out of the start of the season? We can only judge what we've seen. I keep hearing, I'm just being what I'm saying. I'm only seeing what I'm saying. Okay, well, you've only seen one loss. What are you criticising then? Is it about winning?
I didn't say that. Again, you're lying again. You lie again. You always lie. You always lie. But the point I've said is, right, you could because you lie again. You lie again, right? I didn't say that I'm not happy. I said I'm just looking at what I see, and it is a bit boring. That's what I'm saying at the moment, because certain things.
First thing you come on and say, I'm picking up.
So that's what I'm saying at the moment. There's nothing wrong with what I'm saying at the moment. This is the thing. This is why I don't like these shows at the moment. This is what I don't like about it. You can't say anything because you're judging people on what they say, and you can't allow them to have an opinion. And for me, that's what has been a problem for this fan base for a long time. It happened the same thing with Postecoglou last time. The way that you lot are acting is the same way you acted with Postecoglou. And I'm fed up of it. And that's why I'm telling people how they are at the moment. And it's annoying at the moment. You know what I mean? Because the thing is, though, that's not balanced. That's it, really. If you want a balanced debate, you say what you see. And that's what I'm doing at the moment. I'm going to stick by what I say every single time. I'm not even saying I want to sack bloody Thomas Frank, but the way that you lot are talking, and especially James, it's disgusting. I'm sorry, and that's why I'm fed up of it. Right? I'm sorry, I couldn't stay that long. I couldn't stay that long, Brian. I'm sorry, I couldn't stay that long. All I wanted to do was defend myself, because what I saw in the chat was not right, as far as I'm concerned. Yeah, I wanted to defend myself. Yeah, it was nothing against you, Brian. You know it's nothing against you, Brian, and you know it's nothing against you, Ben. Yeah, but I have to.
I didn't even write anything in the chat. It makes no sense.
The way you were talking, saying that I was lying and stuff like that, saying I'm never happy, it's a load of rubbish. It's come from Saba, and that's the problem. That is the problem. Yeah, and I'm going to deal with him. I'll talk to him another time as well about it, because I'm fed up with this agenda against Mr. Box Office now, and I'm tired of it now. Yeah, right.
There's no agenda.
A little bit of respect.
Alex,
you know what I mean?
Alex, calm and listen to me. Calm, like we do here on Tottenham on Tour and the Coffee Channel. There is no agenda against you. especially from mine and Ben's side and Tottenham on Tour and the Coffee Channel side. There is nothing like that whatsoever. Like I said, we have calm discussions on here and talk and get very active with the chat. Where I think you're going a little bit, you're misreading what's being said, is when you're saying Frank's not a winner and things like that. What could Frank possibly have won?
He could have won. Gone.
What could he have possibly won? And if you say he could have won a Carabao Cup at Brentford, you tell me one football fan you will find, including Brentford fans, that will say, do you know what? I think we could win, or we're favourites to win a trophy at Brentford. He hasn't had the chance to prove what he can do right here, right now. What his aim and what his achievement was at Brentford was keep him in the Premier League and get them as high as they possibly could and try and have a cup run. That was it. There was no hope in Europe. There's no hope of anything. He's come in right now, and at a time when this club, we've just won a major trophy, and fair play to Ange for doing that. Never take that away from him. I will never take that away from him. Neither will Ben. He won, and James, he won a trophy. He will go down in history for doing it. And as I've always said, anyone that wins a trophy at my football club is a legend to me, because it's very far and few between that get to say they've got it over the line for Tottenham Hotspur. Through the good, the bad, the rough, the ugly. Right here, right now, what we are saying is we are in a very, very good place. Whether we were lucky against Wolves, well, last season we gave up a winning place against Wolves. We fought. It showed passion. It showed we weren't playing well. It was a hideous game. You and I were there. But a game like that where Spurs would normally give up and then say, do you know what? This is a defeat. We fought back and we got a point. Bodo was a shocking performance. Shocking. But we managed to get a point in other games where we would fail. He can only do what he can do this season. If you look at this season, apart from the defeat against Bournemouth, we've taken 4 points from a possible 6 in the Champions League. We've lost 1 in the Premier League. And yes, it was only Doncaster, but big clubs, Manchester United went out to Grimsby. We're in the next round of the Carabao Cup and hopefully knocking out Newcastle and into the quarterfinals. So when you look at on a whole, where Spurs stand right now, if I had said to you at the beginning of the season, we'd be exactly where we are right now. Same points, same goals, same everything. Right here, right now, you didn't know those, but everything that had happened this season would have happened. Would you have taken that if I said that to you before a ball was kicked?
Yeah, but look, I always say it's the start of the season. Ange had the same sort of start. Conte had the same sort of start as well. And even if you want to go down to it, Nuno had a good start as well. Look what happened to those managers. Again,
yeah, 3 games.
Like again, I'm not saying that this is not going to work out, but you know, I was the same attitude with Pochettino when I didn't want him at the club at the start of it. But then at the second season, I saw what happened afterwards. You know what I mean? So for me, it's still a long way to go for me, and there's still things to question about. And for me, and that's it for me.
Flower power, I'm coming to you, mate.
So I've got a couple of questions as what's just been said there.
We are going to wrap up in about 5 minutes.
Yeah. One of them is, you know, we're doing a show on Tottenham Hotspur, and yet because it's been a positive start, and we're talking positive because it was a positive start, we're all kissing arse and stuff. So what should we be talking about on a Tottenham Hotspur show now? That's what I would like to know, box office. What should, because you said I'm kissing arse, you know, you were very quick to fly out the insults and stuff. So from my point of view, then what should we be talking about? This is crap. Football's crap. We drew to Wolves. That's crap. If you've watched any of these shows, like you keep saying about people watching your show, I called out Frank for the Champions League squad. I said that was, for me, was the most important game of the season. I called him out for the starting lineup against Bournemouth. I didn't think that was right. So I have actually called him out on those times that we have dropped points. So my question to you is, what should we be talking about then if we're all kissing arse and happy clapping? What do you want us to talk about?
I'm not asking anything. I'm just saying that at the moment is that James has nothing to do with football with the way I criticise you, because I don't think you criticise me on football. I think you criticise me on something else. I'm looking at Brian. And Brian. To be fair to Brian, Brian's always wanted Thomas Frank, so I'm not having a go at him too much. You know what I mean?
But all I said, in fairness to me,
I think the whole thing with the spectrum of the fan base is that it's either one because they didn't like Ange Postecoglou, or one one that they if you don't like Thomas Frank, they like Postecoglou. I'm just kind of in the middle. I'm just watching it. I'm watching it from a very just looking at it from just what I see on the pitch at the moment, what I've seen so far with the club at the moment. And
so from my point of view, I didn't been too bad.
Yeah, but
I didn't pull you out personally.
Yeah. Well,
I didn't pull you out personally.
I think that's wrong, right? I think that's wrong. But anyway, I don't want to get into that anyway, because I'm trying to respect it to Ben and Brian, right?
No, but this is about the decision and the debate. And I said, word for word, I said, glass half empty. I'm trying to be half full. That is what I said. And straight away, I'm saying, look, I've criticised the Champions League thing. I've criticised Bournemouth. I've criticised Wolves. I'm criticising, but at the same time, I'm definitely giving credit. So the fact that you're saying, well, no one should go to the games because we've got to see a protest. Okay, well, let's have the stadium empty for the first 6 months and see if that helps us.
That's not the point I was making. The thing I'm saying is that when people say give it time, I said, yeah, fair enough. Don't go to. I'm just saying, example. Just don't go to the matches then, because you're not going to see anything for the next 6 months. That's what I'm saying, right? So I'm just saying. No,
that makes no sense.
We have seen something. We have seen something.
So we're not going to do that, are we? We're not going to do that as fans. We're going to watch what happens over time, isn't it? So what I mean
wouldn't
by
you argue, box office? Wouldn't you argue that we have seen something? We've seen a much better defence immediately. A much better defence immediately. We've seen a more cohesive team. We're seeing players like Kudus. We're seeing players like Kudus have come in and have been a revelation.
Ben, I'm not disagreeing with you though. Ben, I'm not disagreeing with you though. I'm sorry, I've got to go soon, but I'm just saying, Ben, and thank you for inviting me, by the way, both of you. Yeah, right. Okay, Brian, you know I love you, bruv. So don't look at me like that. You know I love you. I'm sorry I called James that word, especially on your show, because that was absolutely disrespectful, right? Because you guys have been good to me, yeah? So don't get used to apologising, because you two have been good to me, right? Okay? And James will sort it out between us two anyway, because you're a good lad anyway. You know what I mean? We're both Spurs fans. You know what I mean?
So are you, boxing.
Right?
We all love everyone.
Okay. All right, so let's just leave it at that, yeah? But I'm just saying, I'm not disagreeing with you. Everything, mostly, I think we're on the same page, but it's just... I'm just saying, I'm not going to be a hypocrite. From what I'm watching, I'm falling asleep watching it at the moment, right?
Can I say one thing then, Alex? Because I want to kind of half agree with you here. Listen, what you're saying, we all said exactly the same thing, but this is just my opinion. You come out like a bulldog screaming F this, or not F this, but this, and this, and this. But when you actually break our conversation down, we've all said exactly the same thing.
I think like I said,
we've all said that the football isn't good. We've all said that he needs time. We all said that he's had a good start, but let's see what happens. We're all saying the same things. You just get a bee in your bonnet and go, rah, 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 and then we're all like, hold on, you don't really make a point, because we all made that point before you come on. If that makes sense. And look, that's no disrespect to you, mate. We're agreeing with what you're saying. Because sometimes you come across like a pit bull being stung by loads of wasps when there's no need for that. We all agree with you. We've all said the same thing. You know, the whole thing, don't watch it for 6 months then. Well, hold on. I don't know about you. I don't know what profession you're in. It took me 10 years to get to where I am now. And it was a slow process. Can you do kitchen taps? Yeah. Okay, I can do kitchen taps. Now I can do bathroom taps. Well, now I can do boilers. Now I can do XYZ. If you don't want to stay for the journey, it's going to be a very hard time for you, mate. You've got to enjoy the ups and downs to get to where you want to be.
That's what I'm saying. That you're gonna watch our ups and downs, are you? So you're gonna judge it on what you're seeing. That's what I'm saying. So that's what I've been. I've just looked at it from what I see on the pitch at the moment, judging on what I'm saying. I'm not disagreeing with you about certain things about Thomas Frank. He talks very well. I've said it how many times. I can watch him. I can listen to him. I've said it how many times now? I've said it to Brian personally. So it's not, there's certain things he can coach. Yeah, you can see he's got things prepared and stuff. It's just certain things there. What long term we're going to see? You see, I don't know at the moment. And the spotlight is on him because of a certain guy that's left the club. So that's just me at the moment. I'm just that guy that will look at the other side. I'm always that guy. I've never changed and never will change. You know what I mean? Because that's me being the Tottenham fan since Pochettino left. That's just me. And people can't understand that. That's up to them. You know what I mean? But big up to you guys. I've got to go. But big up to you guys again. Brian, like I said, I apologize again. Don't get used to me doing this. I apologize for saying that word, yeah, because I don't. Because you don't work, and well done for the 10K. Ben as well, and James. We just have to sort out between us two. Yeah, it's nothing personal. Like I said, yeah, we squash it. Yeah, right. We're done. Yes. See to you later. Yeah.
I'll speak to you later. Before we go, well, I just want to bring up. I can see what my brother Wayne Holland is doing. He always tries to get a reaction. He's going to get one from me. We've openly said Bournemouth was a pathetic performance, absolutely abysmal, shocking. Wolves' first half was good. We should have killed the game off in the first half. Then we were shocking in the second half, but we didn't give up, and we turned no points into a point. So the performance weren't right, but if you in the 80th minute, if you said Spurs take a point from this, I'd have thought first of all, in previous managers gone by, apart from when Pochettino and Conte we did it, that's a defeat all day long. We fought and took a point from a team that we desperately got. Remember, we desperately struggle against Wolves. We are Wolves, Manchester City for Tottenham. Doesn't matter what Manchester City do. We find a way to beat them and take 3 points, or get a draw against them. For some reason, Wolves, when they play Tottenham Hotspur, they just find a way. So taking a point of them, delighted. I think it's very hard to wrap it up and go and just say, "Oh well, was that good or that?" But he's there, and he has just been there for 3 months, and he's got this same guy attitude. Last season, Leeds, people thought we were going to lose against Leeds, or it could be a slip up, or some fans going, it's a newly promoted team, we should batter them. It was the first time this season we'd actually taken the lead and then been pulled back to a draw. And it was like, okay, this is the first time Spurs have done it. Well, we found the way to win that game.
I just think sometimes people kind of try to hype up. If you say something positive, they'll cling on to that and go, "Oh, happy clapper." Whatever phrase you want to use. When if they actually listen to a full conversation and week after week after week after week of discussions, we criticise Bournemouth, we've criticised Wolves, we've criticised the Champions League, but all of that gets forgotten because you're happy and positive. You need to see the bigger picture. You're allowed to criticise. I base myself as honest as I physically can be. If you ask me a question and you don't really want the answer, don't answer me that question because I'll tell you what I think. So if I'm big enough to say that, I have to be big enough to criticise. If I'm big enough to criticise, I have to be big enough to praise. And Postecoglou was the worst manager I've ever seen in a Tottenham Hotspur dugout. Gave me my best moment of my life with my son. Unbelievable moment on holiday. I'm big enough to criticise him, but I'm also big enough to kind of praise him. So for me, I just think this whole licking arse or you're this or you're that is very stereotypes rather than actually read the room. And I think that we're all quite balanced, to be honest.
Oh, I'm very highly critical. This is why I'm known as Eeyore, James. People don't call me Eeyore because I'm a happy clapper. Don't call me Eeyore because I'm always praising everything. And especially if you meet me in person, people know how highly critical, especially of myself. I criticize everything I do. So it's going to take a while. Things do take time. Things take time to get better. But I think we're right on the right journey. I think we have the right employee for the football club. Finally, we have the right employee. We have to see football managers and football players for what they are. They are employees. And at this moment in time, I think we have the right employee to manage this football team. And hopefully, in 3 years, it'll culminate in something. Hopefully, next year it culminates in something. We're on the right direction at the moment. We're improving game after game. We will have one of the things Thomas Frank said, one of the first things he ever said, we will lose games of football. He said it immediately. We will lose games of football.
Correct.
And that is okay. Teams lose games of football all the time, apart from in 2004 when them lot down the road when no other team has gone unbeaten in the Premier League. That's why you've got to give that Invincible team so much credit, because no other team has done it. Even the Centurions of Manchester City, they never went unbeaten. We will lose games of football. So let's improve game after game after game, and let's see where the team gets to. And that's the beauty of going on a journey for a change.
And just not like I was just saying to Wayne. Yeah, the performance against Wolves weren't great. Wasn't good. We were terrible. But we took a point. Those points can be valuable come towards the end of the season when you're trying to get into Europa League or pushing for the Champions League or whatever it may be. We're not losing. I don't know where we've got to now, where everyone thinks that every single game of play team that we play, if they're lower in the league than us, that we're going to beat them by playing this incredible football and wiping the floor of them. People should know in the Premier League now, that doesn't happen. Burnley lost to Liverpool 1-0, and they were very, very lucky, Liverpool, to get that penalty at the last bit. Do you think Liverpool fans are going nuts? No, it's 3 points in the bag. You're not going to play every single game and be absolutely mind-blowingly brilliant football all the time. The guy's 3 months into his goddamn Spurs career. He hasn't got the left winger and striker that we desperately need. Things will be getting better. Where we stand right now, we are on a very solid base with our manager, our coach, the squad that we've got. No more micromanaging. We are in a very, very good place. Like Colin Cross just said, have Liverpool been good this season? In any game? Seriously? Look back and go, oh, that was incredible from Liverpool. They've just blown a team away. They've lost the last 3 games.
Yep.
They've lost the last 3 games in the league and the Champions League. But here we are. We're getting what we need done. We're racking the points up. We're on very solid footing. Both the cup that we the club as a structure, the manager, the backroom staff of Thomas Frank, the quality that we've brought in, the way the club looks like they're trying to go in a different direction and a new challenge. I'm very optimistic and happy. There's not a, you know what? Bournemouth is the only blotch. So I would take people going on about Bodo.
Bournemouth were a good team. People are treating Bournemouth like they're a bottom half. They're a fucking good football team. They've got a great manager.
What you got to remember as well with Bodo, when we played them last season, they were at the very beginning of their season. Very beginning. They've played all the way through. They're coming towards the end of their season. They are players that were suspended, big players that were suspended in the cup with us, and they absolutely wiped the floor of us. Should they, in all honesty? No. Was it a performance to be proud of? Absolutely not. Did it look at one moment that we were going to go away with no points? Absolutely. Do we leave there with a point? Yes. What would you rather? Play really badly and lose 2-0, or play really badly and get 2 late goals to get a draw and show passion, show desire, show that never say die attitude? Because I know which one I'm choosing.
Yeah. The thing that he's put in the right mentality of a never say die attitude. Once it clicks, and once we have got the reinforcements, like if we do get a couple of signing, exactly, Colin. Ask Lazio as well. Lazio got battered there last season. They got battered, and Lazio are a good team.
Correct. This is.
Guys, the main thing is you don't put the roof of the house on before the house is built. You build the house and then you put the roof on. Everyone's expecting us to now start investing in all nice furniture in this lovely house that the house ain't built yet. It's silly. For me, it's silly.
The foundations are going in, James, right? The foundations are going in.
Absolutely. You can't, I'm only saying what I'm seeing. Okay, well, you've seen 1 loss out of 11 games. So say it then. Say that you're, do you expect more than that? I don't know. I just think, listen, no one wants to give Frank time. Neither do I. I want him to come in and win everything now, obviously. But you have to have a positive and realistic head on. And that's never, ever happened. Ever. No team going from 17th to winning the league buying 2 players. It just doesn't happen.
I will say with just fine with Sonny. Sonny was just saying about give priority to Newcastle over Aston Villa. We've got Aston Villa, then we've got Monaco, then we've got Everton, then we've got Newcastle, then we've got Chelsea. So maybe you meant give Newcastle priority over Everton as opposed to Aston Villa. And then it's Chelsea next. We've got some real games of football coming up now.
That's why we've got to rotate the squad, isn't it, Brian?
Exactly.
We've got to keep everyone fit.
Correct.
And that's one of the things we criticise, that we played our best team every single week playing high intensity football, and the entire team got injured. So you've got to get people into the groove. You've got to get people into the groove. Then you can start. When it comes to Christmas, December time, when you're playing that's when you can play your best team every single game, because then they will be fit enough to play it. It takes time for people to get fit.
Absolutely. This is exactly where we're at now. Coming up to the Christmas and New Year section. And also, you've got to remember, after the November international break, that's it till March. So Thomas Frank has got them day after day, week in, week out, with no interruptions. And then we'll start seeing. Then the team will get going. Then we look at what happens in January. Right now, everything is going in the right direction. And I can't wait to see where we go on this. But listen, we are going to wrap it up there because I'm going to go spend some time with my nephew's niece and new puppy.
Yeah.
But it's been great being back on the show. We'll be back Friday, Ben, yeah?
Next show, we'll have a tiny bit less heat.
Yeah.
Let's calm the temperature down. It is autumn. I'm going to throw the bucket on the fire. We don't need to heat up so much. So to all of our guests, this will not be a usual show here on the Kauffie Company and Tottenham Hotspur. We like to be a bit calm. But flower power. When can we next find you on a show?
Whenever I'm invited, mate, I try my best.
You're always invited, mate, if you want to come on.
Yeah, I've had a lot going on at the home. But that's all sorted tomorrow night, hopefully. Everything will be good. And then I will be busy for a few days looking after the wife. And then I'm good to go.
Aki, we're back next Friday, right? This Friday.
And if anything big breaks, we'll be back maybe even sooner. Do you know what? I might try and get a couple of mid-evening streams in from home. We'll see if we can get some more just pure Tottenham on Tour stuff. And we can have conversations like were being said before. But yeah, I will say right now, everyone, it's been great being back. Tottenham on Tour will be giving you more content more regularly during the time I'm here now. I will say the Frank therapy session is now closed for all the Frankaholics. I will say Thomas, Frank, Thomas, Frank. I will also say all hail Princess Vivian, and I will say, and always, Levy's gone.
And we will be back tomorrow on the Kauffie Company at 2 p.m. UK time, your usual place of chill. We'll have a fun show tomorrow. We'll probably talk about Disney tomorrow because we'll have a laugh.
Ben, I've got my confirmation tickets through from Disney and Universal.
Big up. But thank you all so much for watching. Shut up, Angus, you absolute fraud. And as always, everyone, hit your some more. What the Kauff is brewing. Thank you so much for watching. That's a cute cat. Have a wonderful rest of your day. Ciao for now.
Tour.